Hi, everyone. This is Christine from Kyanite Psychic Services. And today I want to talk about opening your third eye. I just want to speak from the heart, share a little food for thought on this really hotly debated or much talked about subject. So thank you all for being here with me today. If you'd like to find out more about me and my services at any point, please do check out my website, which is kyanitepsychic.com. And I also invite you to like this video and consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Okay, so opening your third eye. I just want to begin by making sure we're all on the same page, because that's really important. When we're talking about the third eye, we're really talking about the sixth chakra. Some call it the third eye chakra. You can use all of those terms interchangeably. And the sixth chakra is located right in the center of our head, thereabouts. It is our center of perception. It regulates the energy of perception. And you can really take that and run with it on many different levels, how we see the world around us physically and non-physically, right? So it's the center of our body that regulates the sense of clairvoyance. When people are talking about opening your third eye, they're talking about being able to see more clairvoyantly, see more using your clairvoyance, right? And here's the thing. When it comes to the degree of openness or closeness of our chakras, um, it's important to understand that our chakras and really all of our energetic body is always in a state of flux. Our chakras are always in a state of flux. They're opening and closing all the time. It's not like a setting on a machine, like set to 50, right? And then you got to do a whole bunch of work to set to 60. They're always shifting and changing. Our energy always shifts and changes. And chakras naturally open and close in response to what we're doing a lot of the time, in response to what we're thinking, in response to the energy and information in our field and out in the world. This is something that I talk about at length in my 4-week class, Psychic and Energetic Self-Healing, just to say there's a whole class about chakras, the last one. So if you're interested, do check that out. I'll put the link below. But the gist is that if we're engaged in an activity that is regulated by a chakra or energy center of our body, if it's something that we find beneficial or that we're into, if we're feeling it, right, it's going to naturally open that chakra. And if it's something we're not into, if we're not feeling it, well, guess what? It's going to naturally close. So you can take that information and that principle and really leverage it to expand the degree of openness of your sixth chakra, to be able to open your third eye and see more. And I'll talk about this in a moment, but also this is a big why in terms of why some people's sixth chakras are more closed more of the time, right? Think about it this way. There's a common experience that I've heard from people. I'm sure you've encountered the story of, people that are as a child seeing something that scares them with their third eye or their clairvoyance. And then, it shuts down. Then they aren't really feeling that they can see clairvoyantly anymore in their adult life or through teenagehood, etc. Right. And in that case, literally seeing something that elicited a fear response, right? That's not beneficial. It just caused that center of the body to shut down, right? So that's a why. But also this too. If you have had the experience at any point in your life of seeing clairvoyantly, seeing with your mind's eye, and then you were invalidated, like you just made that up. That's not real. Or clairvoyance isn't real, or you're not clairvoyant. You don't have a gift. If you were invalidated that's also not a beneficial experience. That's people throwing, non-beneficial energy at you, or even you invalidating yourself. That's going to naturally shut down that chakra and you're seeing, right? Because it's going to respond to that energy and information and act accordingly. And again, remember that our chakras are always in a state of flux. It's not a setting like on your dryer, right? It doesn't have to stay there. We can always shift and change and open more our sixth chakra or third eye. But it does help to kind of have that why, right? To know why that sense might be more closed off, why you're experiencing that. So here's the thing. As you approach psychic development, especially if you've had non-beneficial experiences, it's really important to have fun. It's really important to have fun because if you engage in an activity that you enjoy, right, like that's regulated by your sixth chakra, guess what? It's naturally going to open it. And, you know, we can get real serious in terms of psychic development, spiritual development, in the realm of spirituality. I mean, I've been guilty of it. We can get real serious real fast. We can be really hard on ourselves, and none of that helps, right? None of that helps. There's a time and place for seriousness, to be sure, right? It's not all just lightness, but if you are trying to open up the center of your body, really consider bringing in more joy, amusement, play, childlike energy, and approaching it that way. So, one thing that I love to do is practice visualizing. I talked about this in another video, but I really want to expand upon it in this context. If you have fun visualizing, guess what? That's regulated by your sixth chakra and it's going to naturally open it up. So something that I love to do, just randomly throughout the day and in my life, is if I see something really beautiful, something that brings me joy, I just like to close my eyes and start to recreate it in my mind's eye. So if I'm looking at a beautiful flower, for example, I love plants, so that's definitely me. If I see a beautiful flower or plant that I love, I'll just take in all the details with my physical eyes and then close my eyes and start to recreate those details in my mind's eye. And it brings feelings of joy, wonder, excitement, play that naturally strengthens and opens up my sixth chakra. And it's, positive reinforcement essentially, right? So I encourage you to try that out. It doesn't have to be, setting aside serious time to open your third eye. Make it fun and reclaim that sense for yourself on your own terms, right? Also, it's important to remember that we do see what we're ready to see. And that spirit always reveals to us that which we're ready to take in, to process, to integrate, to know, right? Sometimes as humans, we can get a little impatient. I'm an Aries. I get this. I fully get it. But we can get a little impatient, right? Or a lot. And it's important to keep this in mind that for all of us, 100% open like might not be beneficial at the juncture that we're at on our path. Or maybe there are moments where it's beneficial for our sixth chakra to be 100% open, but certainly not, all day, all the time, right? Remember, they're always adjusting. So I hope that helps alleviate some pressure that you might be putting on yourself. And it's just, I can't emphasize this enough. It is so much more easeful and graceful to approach psychic development when you're having fun, than when you're struggling, when you're serious, when you're hunkering down. Okay. And the last thing that I want to say in relation to all of this, um, especially if you're someone that's had non-beneficial experiences with clairvoyance, or if you've been invalidated somewhere along your path, it's really important to cultivate a greater sense of safety, both in your body and in your space. You got to make it safe for you to open up and have fun exploring and expanding and opening your third eye. right? So that includes setting the energy of your space, clearing and cleansing your space often, physical space, right? And the energetic space around you. And also working with protection tools and other energetic tools to create that sense of safety in your body. That's an important step to take, both of those. It's not to be underestimated in terms of your own psychic development journey. So I just want to share that I do have some more resources for you in this regard. I mentioned my 4-week psychic and energetic self-healing class, where we learn fundamental energy tools to help you protect your energy, set the energy of your space, learning how to more fully ground your body. So I'll put that link below. I truly hope that the food for thought that I shared today, um, helps illuminate your path forward and helps you put a new, fresh spin on your own practice. If you'd like to go deeper into the subject of clairvoyance, I also invite you to check out my workshop, Expand Your Clairvoyance. It's a little over 2 hours and it's packed with a lot of information, energy tools, exercises. We talk more about blocks and how to release them. I put a lot of my heart and soul into this workshop, and if it resonates, please do check it out. I'll put that link below. Thank you so much for being here today. Please don't hesitate to leave a comment, share your own experiences, and let me know how this material has helped you. And I look forward to connecting with you all again soon.